The worst time of year is here. Yes, summertime. I may be an August baby, but I truly dread this time of year. So as a way to distract myself, I want to chat about summer fashion trends I like and don't like, even though it'll probably be too hot to even wear clothes a majority of the time.
Alexis Sunshine 83, it's always sunny here. Boop.
Hey Sunshiners, Alexa Sunshine 83 here. Yes, it's ironic, a channel called Sunshine hates summer, but unless I'm at the beach when it's 90 degrees, there's truly no way to enjoy it. And especially this summer, I'm feeling quite challenged because over the past year, my style has definitely been evolving. And within that, it really leans on layering. But a lot of the things I'm going to be talking about today, I think can help me this summer in creating still cute outfits without overheating. Some of these fashion trends I've seen trending in the mainstream. Some of them I just personally like and they are trending in my world, and I just wanted to talk about it because I haven't made any like trend related video or me just talking about stuff I'm into since January, and I actually ended up thrifting a lot of the things I talked about in that video. And so I'm hoping with this one it also helps me manifest finding the pieces at the thrift store, but also some of these I already own too. But okay, let's get into it. I am starting out with a negative one, which I actually don't have that many summer trends I don't like included in this video because I didn't passionately hate enough of them to include them. So that's actually kind of a positive, which of course, if you like any of the trends that I do not like, keep loving them, keep enjoying them. I am just picky and annoying. But it is these jelly hole flats. I guess like jelly netting flats, and I just cannot understand the appeal of these. And I know that they have a loving community of people, but where are you wearing this? Because I think of, oh, let me take these to the beach. They seem like beach shoes because also being jelly, like think about being outside on a summer day. Like, I don't know where you would be, maybe brunch, because I guess you wouldn't be like doing that much walking. But even then, like my feet are gonna get so sweaty and yucky. And then also I'm probably gonna get a really bad tan line from them. But going back to taking them to the beach, the sand is gonna stick to that jelly so badly. And then also trying to get the sand out of the shoe when you're getting back in your car just seems like a headache. Like I'd rather just wear the basic sandals. I am a basic sandal, like flip-flop, cheap flip-flop person at the beach. I just go super basic because it's gonna get sand on them. So I need to wear shoes that I can just kind of shake and all the sand comes off. Whereas again, it's gonna stick to the jelly, the sand, and then trying to get the sand out of the holes. Like I just know I'm gonna think that I have all the sand out of the jelly netted shoes, and then I'm gonna put them on and there's gonna be like a couple of pebbles. And as I'm like walking back to my car, that I am just gonna get into such a bad mood from. I did actually see these in person at a Beacons closet when I was in New York City, and that like solidified, because before I was like, oh, you know, yeah, I don't like it, but I don't feel enough hate to really include in a video or something like that, which I think I have included similar netting shoes in the past, but they weren't jelly. Whereas now I'm seeing more of the jelly style interpretation of these, and I hate them, and seeing them in person, feeling them in person, I just cannot understand. I don't really know what to name this one because it's not like a mainstream trend. It's just something that I'm currently into and that is on my thrift wish list, which are these lace knit cardigans, specifically a short sleeve or even the sleeveless ones. I guess they could even be a vest. It doesn't even have to be a cardigan, but these, I want one so badly in the off-white cream shade. I just know this is gonna go with like every single top that I own and dress. I definitely used to own these back in the 2010s, and shame on me for saying goodbye to them. They're literally the perfect summer layering piece because a lot of times they're quite lightweight and they aren't adding that much heat, but they're adding this like layering, cool, kind of like whimsy goth 90s, early 2000s. I'm really just saying some words now. Do they make any sense? Hopefully they're giving you the vision that I am talking about. I feel like will be easy to thrift. I don't know. I'm hoping it's easy to thrift. I feel like it's probably going to be in the swimsuit section at the thrift store. I will be filming a thrifting summer 2025 fashion trends video where I'm going to try to find these at the thrift store. So that one's like number one that I'm really hoping I find. I have been clog shoes #1 hater for the past couple of years, not because I didn't like the look of them. I just could not wrap my head around how people are wearing them. Like, how are you not slipping out of those shoes? All I imagine is me wearing them and like my toes are gripping for dear life for only 20 seconds of walking because I'm terrified that I'm gonna slip out of them, especially with how sweaty my feet get as well. Like, how are you doing it? They have been a big no, a big like, I hate clog shoes with a passion because they make me angry because I know I can never wear them because I will fall out of them from my sweaty feet. I was pleasantly surprised to learn that there are clog shoes with backs, and that kind of changed everything for me. They're definitely different than the other clog shoes that were more of the trend that I was saying I like wasn't gonna buy and I didn't like, but very similar, and I would say almost more wearable with having a back, and so summertime. Like, these are such a perfect summer shoe. I do not know if I will ever end up finding this at the thrift store or even like a consignment shop, potentially on an online secondhand fashion website or app, but I feel like I do want to try it on before I buy it to just make like extra sure that I will wear it and that I do like it. And so that's kind of like a 1 in a million chance that that's going to happen for this summertime. So maybe in a couple of years, because that does happen sometimes. I say I really like a certain style and it's on my thrift wish list and it takes me 2 years. So maybe in 2027 summer, I end up finding the perfect clog shoes. I've been loving paisley patterns so much. I don't know how summer appropriate it is necessarily, but I feel like I can make it work. And I recently thrifted a top with a paisley pattern and it solidified my love for it. I don't know why it's taken me so long to get into it. I think it's because I rarely come across this at the thrift store, but I'm believing that hopefully I can find some more paisley pattern pieces to add to my wardrobe because it just like makes sense. Like, I feel it aligns so perfectly with everything that I already own. So fingers crossed, this is a big one that I really want to thrift, hopefully this summer or this year in general. I did already end up buying this one, which is a denim mini skirt I got at a vintage store when I was in New York, and I'm so excited because this has been high up on my thrift wish list over the past couple of months because I knew with the weather becoming warmer that I just was not going to be able to rock my denim maxi skirts for very long, and this goes so well again with my current style, with all the tops that I already own. And I was always kind of scared of a denim mini skirt because of how many it potentially could be, especially with having longer legs. Like, my height is in my legs, and so I find that a lot of skirts end up looking a lot more mini on me than they would if somebody was a little bit shorter or had shorter legs. And so I never thought I was gonna end up finding this, but I did want to find it in person, and I ended up finding it at a vintage store. It fits me so well, and also it doesn't expose my butt in any way. I think a lot of the ones that I usually end up finding on like online secondhand sites are micro minis, and so I just thought like a denim skirt that isn't a maxi skirt or like a knee length denim skirt is just going to be super micro mini and I'm not gonna be able to walk in them. But no, there are mini denim skirts and then there are micro mini denim skirts depending on what you personally are into. And personally, I was very into the denim mini skirt and I'm so excited about this one. I will 100% be wearing this a lot this summer. I have recently really grown to love tie-dye, specifically 90s tie-dye. I talked about it in my most recent collective thrift haul video where I got this purple tie-dye top that had a butterfly on it, and that just has been a gateway into me wanting to find more 90s tie-dye. I definitely think in the colors of like blue or purple, nothing too pastel or neon. I think the neon tie-dye really scarred me from 2020 and I was kind of like put off to tie-dye in general, and then I found that top and everything has changed. All I want to find is 90s like vintage tie-dye, and even more so have been influenced by the fact that John and I have started watching Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I have never watched it. He only watched it a little bit when it was originally airing, and how has it taken me like almost 28 years since it originally aired for me to watch it. Yes, isn't that wild that the first episode aired like 28 years ago? What have I been doing? Why did I never pick it up? Because it is a gold mine for my style, which is funny because I've pinned so many of Buffy's outfits and also Willow's outfits on Pinterest, but never like made the connection to watch the show. And so now I'm watching the show and oh my goodness, am I just falling more and more in love with 90s fashion. And there are some 90s tie-dye tops that Buffy wears that I'm like, yep, I need to find more 90s tie-dye. This is a very like strict particular thing that I'm going to be looking for, so it's not that anything that's tie-dye I'm going to bring into my wardrobe. I am really going to be selective and I'm not looking at adding a bunch of tie-dye into my wardrobe. Really maybe like one more top that's like a blue tie-dye potentially. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know why, but I've always been the sort of person that hated any sort of like asymmetrical different lengths going on in like a top, a bottom, a dress. I just wanted everything to have the same hemline. Maybe it's because of the high-low skirt that really scarred me back in the 2010s, but I've just not felt very fond of any type of different asymmetrical or length type of hemlines until about a couple of months ago, where all of a sudden I was like, wait, a handkerchief hemline top? Yeah, now that I want. And I definitely would say still a skirt or a dress that has different length bottom is a little bit too much outside of my comfort zone. The handkerchief top is like already exposure therapy for me enough. Maybe in a year, we'll see if I end up getting into those, but really a top with a handkerchief hemline is definitely on my thrift wish list, and I think would be perfect for summertime because a lot of these tops end up already being like a spaghetti strap or a short sleeve top. And so, I mean, like, again, so perfect for summer, and the way that they lay even on shorts would be really, really cute. So I don't know necessarily what color, what style, or I've seen a lot of them that have different like fabrics going on with like lace. Like there are so many cool early 2000s ones that I am hoping to get my little paws on. At the beginning of the year, I talked about wanting to add more silver jewelry into my collection, and I have not as much as I had hoped. I am really picky and I do want to find a lot of these silver jewelry in person so I can try it on and just feel it. And so a lot of really cool silver jewelry that's secondhand is on secondhand online sites, and I'm just way too indecisive to buy them. And so I keep just thinking I'm gonna go to the thrift store and they're gonna have just like a bunch of the silver necklaces that I have been looking for, silver bracelets, and it's just taken quite a long time, which is good. I don't want to just like buy jewelry just to buy it, but I think something that could really help with my outfits, especially this summer, is more statement necklaces, especially being silver. I find that they just look better as a statement necklace, like really chunky, and specifically dragonfly statement necklaces I have been seeing everywhere, and I really, really want one. Maybe even a butterfly one. Like it kind of goes again with my style, and it's something that I really don't know if I'll be able to find because it is so specific, but a girl can dream, and I think I can also continue to wear all of those pieces into every single season. I also want more bracelets. I own no bracelets. Oh, I think I own one, maybe one, but I want like more. I want a bracelet stack, especially again in summertime with not being able to wear that many layers. I know jewelry is going to be my best friend, and I've definitely again found a lot of really cool silver pieces over the past couple of months and even from the end of last year that have really kind of helped me implement a nice necklace stack. But I want more. I do, because especially with accessories, they are small enough to where they don't take up that much room, and a lot of times they end up being a little bit cheaper being secondhand, and so maybe having my focus more on that. But again, it's so tough to find them in person, and I thought when I was in New York that I would find more, but it was a lot of new jewelry that I was finding in vintage stores, and they were very dainty. And I think we are kind of going back into statement necklaces. I don't know all the way to like the Charming Charlies of a statement necklace, but bigger necklaces for sure compared to the dainty necklaces. That has been a trend, which I still love. I still love a dainty necklace. I'm still gonna wear a dainty necklace, but in wanting to make more like impact with an outfit that's gonna be very simple during summer because it's way too hot to wear a lot of stuff, I think that's where I really want to focus on and hopefully end up finding more of at the thrift store. I already talked about tie halter tops in my fashion red flags video where I shared things that if a piece of clothing has any of them, they are an immediate no, red flag. That's like a stopping point. I'm not going to buy it. And tie halter tops are one of them. Anything that I have to tie like around my neck, it's gonna get stuck in my hair. It's gonna be such a pain to put on. I'm not gonna wear it because of the frustration that I'm gonna have in tying it. It's like even bathing suit tops that I have a tie, I rarely wear them because I just get so annoyed because it's never gonna be perfect. It's never gonna be the perfect length. It's either gonna be too tight, too loose. It's a whole thing. So that's why it's a fashion red flag for me. However, I have seen halter tops that don't have a tie and they're just like a loop that then you put on, but then I'm like, oh my gosh, what if it doesn't fit you perfectly? Like the fit has to be perfect for it to then fit you super well in being a halter style. But I would be open to that if I found that in person at the thrift store. I was able to try on, it was magic, it fit me like a glove. That's the only time I would approve a halter in this look if it didn't actually have a tie and it somehow fit me super well. But again, kind of 1 in a millionth chance. So in general, these types of tops are a no for me, but something that I've seen so many people talk about as a summer 2025 fashion trend, and you are all going to look amazing in them. I wish I wasn't so annoyed by them, or I could just tie well. Like, I think it's me not tying very well. I was not a Girl Scout. Do they do that in Girl Scouts? I don't know. I wasn't a Girl Scout. I just played Pokemon all the time and The Sims. So that's why I apparently did not learn how to tie a tie properly. This one has two trends in one because they are very, very similar, but they are different. And the first is, okay, I've heard it being called different things, so I really apologize if I say it wrong. I've just been seeing it be called so many different things, but this like doily, I guess almost like crochet, like top detail or even a dress. Oh my goodness, I am so obsessed with it. Frankie's Bikinis did a collaboration with Bella Hadid, and oh my goodness, I've never bought anything specifically from Frankie's Bikinis. If you remember, I did a video kind of like roasting them a little bit, and then I bought something secondhand that was originally from them, and I mean, it was really good. But anyway, I've never bought something from them, and I don't think I ever will. But this top, I was really close. It's $150, but it's kind of perfect. Literally, I saved one pin on Pinterest with this type of detailing on a top, and Pinterest was like, oh my gosh, let me show you 10 to 20 pins of somebody wearing something similar, which really just furthered my love for it. And that's where all these example photos are coming from, because Pinterest keeps recommending me photos of people wearing something with this doily knit detail, which I forgot to mention, but any of the photos that I'm using in this video that are from Pinterest are on my Pinterest board, which I always have linked in my description. In the same breath, Pointelle. I have loved Pointelle for such a long time. It's such a rare like detail of a top, or I guess like knitting, not knit, it's not knitted, but it like the style of a top with Pointelle is so rare to come by. The only top I have, I think, is originally from Urban Outfitters or something that I thrifted probably 4 years ago, and that's the only one I have. I did see Organic Basics came out with a Pointelle collection that is very much calling my name, so that is a potential thing I am definitely going to look into. But I would really love this summertime to find some more Pointelle pieces, like just a Pointelle top, like t-shirt or baby tee or something. I don't know, maybe vintage. I think with it having the holes, like it's kind of perfect for summertime. It's very breathable, and a lot of times I find that the pieces that have this type of detailing is 100% cotton, and so this is one that has been taking me a really long time to find, but I'm still hopeful. If you are a frequent viewer, then you know I love fruit on clothing. Like, it's just one of my favorite things. Fruit pattern, like I have a fruit pattern bathing suit that I got in 2021, I think. And every summer I'm so excited to whip it out and wear it. I would love to add more pieces of clothing that have fruit on them. But that's kind of the only food that I like on clothing. And there has been a trend last summer and also this summer of having lobster and seafood graphics on things. Like, oysters, even Lisa Says God at one point was selling sardines, like sardines to buy, food sardines to match with the sardines graphic baby tee. And you know what? I can appreciate it. I love that for you all. But it just does not connect with me at all. I can understand, you know, you see a lobster, it's cute, it's adorable, but I don't really think that they're adorable, honestly. Yeah, I can appreciate Finding Nemo and the fishies in that, but anytime I see like a seafood graphic, all I think about is the smell. Maybe it's because of growing up going to the beach quite frequently, and I was born by the beach. I just smell stinky seafood, which again has its own little like quirkiness. Like, I understand the quirkiness aspect. It's just not something that's super aligned with me, and so it is a no for me, but I don't passionately hate it. I probably should have included it in this video because I talked about like only the stuff I passionately hate am I including in like the fashion trends that I don't like for summertime. And I don't passionately hate this one, but I guess I do, because it does give me a like reaction of like, ugh, like smelly seafood type of experience. But on other people I don't care, obviously, but it's a big no. It's a big no. I'm including this as a summer trend, but it's not really. It's something that I have liked for quite, like, I mean, I would say for the past 6 months. So a 2025 thing or style that I have really enjoyed that is very specific. It is I think this is what it's called, based on the listings that I've seen for buying it secondhand. This is what they've called it, which has been served to me a lot on Pinterest. And I think I saw it first on Pinterest and I was like, what is that? I need that. And then I figured out from clicking on one of the listings, and I went to like a secondhand online site to buy that. I like found the name, and then I started finding them everywhere on Pinterest, but I just have yet to find the one that I'm willing to buy, which, okay, the name that I think it's called is a vintage Coach Soho flap bag, specifically in black. So they actually sell these new, but I really don't like the new ones. The vintage ones I've seen are just like, they look so much better, especially the black shade. It doesn't have a gold hardware like the new one does. It has silver. I've been really trying to find a shoulder black bag that's a little bit bigger than the one that I got at the beginning of the year that I always use. It's like a little small. I think it's originally from Candies that I got on ThreadUp. Super cute, but I want one that's bigger. And the only other black bag I have is more of a crossbody. I can kind of make it shoulder, but this one with the buckle, that's the thing, is it's the buckle that has me. I love a big buckle on shoes, on a bag, and this one, all the colors that I've seen in it are absolutely gorgeous, but realistically, I just need one. I don't need any of them, obviously. I just want one, and I think in a black shade, that is going to be so versatile, so perfect. However, all of them are over $100, and I have said many times that I'm just not a really designer person, except for Vivienne Westwood, but this specific vintage Coach bag has really got me. When it comes to shoes, I feel a little bit better about spending a little more money because they're on your feet, but bags, but I also understand that you're wearing them with every single outfit. They're going with so much, you're taking them outside, like they're gonna go through a lot of wear and tear, so they have to, you know, be good quality, and so it makes sense for them to be a little bit more, especially a vintage version of something, so I get it. But it really hasn't been until the past 6 months that I've really been getting into bags, and I just am waiting for the perfect one for the perfect price. I feel like $100, like, again, secondhand, I can understand, but I'm feeling really indecisive about this one, but I really, really love it. And if I did find the perfect one, maybe, or if I could find something similar, like it doesn't have to be the vintage Coach. I would like it to be secondhand and vintage, but with that buckle, because I've seen some that like are kind of similar, but that buckle just does something, and the way that it goes around your shoulder is just so perfect. So it really is that, but I don't know, that one's just something I really, really like that I am going back and forth about potentially buying. I've already talked about the boho resurgence in my styling spring trends video, and this, for me, it's not directly inspired by this boho style resurgence, but I think it really like goes in line with the boho style, and it is, okay, I'm gonna call them boho tie belts. It's these belts that you tie. The examples are really going to be doing the heavy lifting because I do not know how to describe these. I'm actually inspired by these because of John and I rewatching Degrassi from the very first seasons. Degrassi Next Generation. I think we ended up stopping at season 6 because like the original cast, without them, it just doesn't hit the same. And Emma wore these types of belts all of the time. And yes, am I getting influenced by a 12-year-old? Yes, I am. I'm sorry. She had some hits. I started trying to find some on ThredUp, and I actually have found a couple. I just haven't made the like purchase yet, but it's something I do want to buy and I think would go so great with my style and a lot of dresses, a lot of skirts. This is something very similar to the silver jewelry, yeah, stacking all that is going to help me in styling without overheating. So I don't know how I don't think I've found any in person at the thrift store. When I went to ThriftCon, I don't know why I didn't pay attention to the belts. I passed so many stands where people were selling vintage belts, and I was like, oh, that's cool, and I just kept going. I think I was just way too overwhelmed. So this will be something either I think I will have to get on like ThredUp or again online secondhand for a vintage one, but I'm hoping to add one into my wardrobe this summer. Ever since Free People started selling these bloomer capri pants, I'm gonna call them, I've been seeing them everywhere. I literally cannot escape them. Very cute, very adorable, very breezy, kind of perfect for summertime. And originally I saw this type of style over like the past 2 years from a lot of people that I followed that wear vintage and secondhand fashion. It was a matter of time of a fast fashion brand seeing them as a trend and making their own, and everyone is eating them up. And you know, I can appreciate the look. I just really, because as I have continued to see them, I've thought, oh, actually maybe I should add this to my wardrobe. Maybe this could be a great piece that I'm gonna get so much wear out of. And I had to stop myself and be like, Alexa, you're not gonna wear these. You are just not gonna wear them as I think I'm going to, as other people are wearing them, because it's just not my style. Like, I'm gonna wear denim, I'm gonna wear a skirt. I am not gonna wear a like frilly long bloomer capri. Like, who do I think I am? I really wish I had listened to that voice when I got into the bloomer short trend a couple of years ago, the shorts version. That was a mistake. Alrighty, thank you all so much for watching. I don't know how long this video is going to end up being, but I have been filming for 3 hours. So thank you so much for staying along and hearing me just yap. Let me know in the comments down below, what is something that you keep in mind when dressing for summer to still be cute but cool? Because that is something that I am really struggling with, and I struggle every summertime, but especially this summer, because so many of my outfits just like do not work for 90-degree heat. And so that's why, like I mentioned, a lot of the summer trends that I'm into, that's on my thrift wish list, I think are going to be really beneficial if I can end up finding them hopefully soon for my outfits of not overheating but still being cute. We will see. Maybe if I end up cracking the code, I'll make a video on how to style a cute outfit when it's extremely hot and summer weather, but we will see. I'm gonna really try not to complain about the weather too much this summer, but I also can't promise anything because even with this video, I mean, I am wearing a scarf, so it is my own fault, but I have had to take many breaks to turn on my fan and like hold it because I am sweating. Anyway though, if you would like to see my face again, then make sure to subscribe right down below and also follow me on Instagram, which is alexsunshine83, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye!